The Yukon is a dangerous place. You never know what's coming. I came up here because I didn't want to be around anyone.
After so many movies and having read so many scripts, nowadays, how do you decide which character will you take?
Well, I'm always open to being surprised at what comes my way, and I really don't have something that I'm especially looking for, except something that strikes me emotionally, that moves me, that I think will be a good film for the audience, that has good people involved.
Yeah.
So I never know what's going to strike my fancy. Really, I don't have a set idea of what I'm looking for next.
He was a dog like no other. He'd been spoiled.
Out! Come on, Buck.
And he'd suffered.
Come on.
But he could not be broken.
I think its relevance is maintained by the fact that it's an essential story about part of our history. It's a story about the time of the Yukon Gold Rush, at the time when the expansion from settled America was moving into the Northwestern Territories. And there was a fever for gold, and a lot of people set off to make their fortune. Largely people that were dissatisfied with where they were, and were looking for adventure, or looking for fortune. That's not really the relevant factor now. The relationship between the dog, Buck, and his human companions, I think is still a very strong story. Dogs are very important in our lives. They're part of our families, and there's a deep connection to the natural world through our dogs.
You came from, but I know where you are now. Welcome to the last place on the earth.
I should let him have a minute. Doesn't look like he's ever seen snow before.
No.
No?
No. Well, I mean, I suppose you could say that leaving the Midwest where I grew up and coming to California with the thought of being an actor, making a living as an actor, is a parallel. So perhaps that is a parallel. I came out without knowing anybody, without knowing the movie business at all. I didn't even know what the names of the movie studios were. Yet I wanted to be an actor. I knew only that you had to go to New York or to Los Angeles to be an actor professionally, or that's what I thought. And so my wife and I at the time flipped a coin to decide whether we would go to the East Coast or the West Coast. And it came up East Coast. And I'd been raised in Chicago and I was sick of winter, so I said, let's make it 2 out of 3. And it turned out to be the West Coast, and we set off on our great adventure.
Adventure beyond all maps. We could go, you and I, where no one's ever been before. See what's out there.
An unknown place. A place that I didn't feel familiar with. I've never been to Patagonia. I've never been to parts of Brazil that interest me. I mean, there's a lot of the world that I have not explored. Well, I'm happy to be able to revisit Indiana Jones and his world, which we will start filming this year. But other than that, I really don't have a particular desire for a genre or a character. I just want to do good work and good with people that are ambitious for good work.
Adventure of a lifetime.